Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're discussing an important concept in psychology and social justice: implicit bias. If you're interested in understanding how unconscious biases affect our perceptions and interactions, this video will provide a comprehensive overview of what implicit bias is and how it operates. What is implicit bias? Implicit bias refers to the attitudes or stereotypes that influence our understanding, actions, and decisions in an unconscious manner. Unlike explicit biases, which are deliberate and conscious, implicit biases are automatic and operate below our level of awareness. These biases can affect how we perceive and interact with others, often without us realizing it. Key characteristics of implicit bias. Here are some key characteristics of implicit bias. 1. Unconscious nature. Implicit biases are not accessible through introspection. We may not be aware of these biases or their impact on our behavior. 2. Automatic responses. These biases influence our judgments and actions quickly and automatically, often based on stereotypes or previous experiences. 3. Influence on decision making. Implicit biases can affect decisions in various areas, such as hiring practices, law enforcement, and everyday social interactions. 4. Context specific. Biases can vary depending on the context and the specific group or individual involved. For example, one might have different biases towards different racial or gender groups. Examples of implicit bias. Here are some common examples of implicit bias. Racial bias. An individual might unconsciously associate certain racial groups with specific traits or behaviors, which can influence their perceptions and interactions with members of those groups. Gender bias. Implicit biases about gender roles can affect how people perceive competence and suitability for certain jobs or roles based on gender. Age bias. People might hold unconscious beliefs about individuals based on their age, impacting judgments about their abilities or potential. How implicit bias develops. Implicit bias develops through cultural influences. Social and cultural norms, media representations, and societal stereotypes contribute to the formation of implicit biases. Personal experiences. Past experiences and interactions with various groups can shape and reinforce biases. Socialization. From a young age, individuals are exposed to societal attitudes and biases, which can become internalized over time. Impact of implicit bias. Implicit bias can have significant effects. In the workplace, biases can influence hiring decisions, performance evaluations, and promotions, leading to disparities in opportunities and treatment. In education, implicit bias can affect how teachers perceive and interact with students, potentially impacting student performance and outcomes. In healthcare, biases can influence medical diagnoses and treatment recommendations, affecting the quality of care provided to different groups. In law enforcement, implicit biases can impact police officers' actions and decisions, contributing to disparities in policing and justice outcomes. Mitigating implicit bias. While implicit bias is a natural part of human cognition, there are ways to address and mitigate its effects. 1. Awareness and education. Learning about implicit bias and recognizing its potential impact can help individuals become more mindful of their own biases. 2. Bias training. Participating in training programs that focus on implicit bias can provide tools and strategies for reducing bias in decision making. 3. Reflective practices. Engaging in self-reflection and examining one's own biases can help individuals become more aware of their unconscious prejudices. 4. Diverse perspectives. Seeking out and engaging with diverse perspectives and experiences can challenge and broaden one's understanding, reducing the influence of bias. 5. Structured decision-making. Implementing structured and objective decision-making processes can help reduce the impact of bias on judgments and actions. Conclusion. In summary, implicit bias refers to the unconscious attitudes and stereotypes that affect our perceptions and behaviors. Understanding and addressing implicit bias is crucial for promoting fairness and equity in various aspects of life, from the workplace to social interactions. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on psychology and social issues. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below, and let me know if there's another topic you'd like to explore. See you next time.